this is my life, and this is the phase of my life that I am right now. Apparently, I have quite a number of things to say. Waking up this morning with so much tiredness, tiredness from doing no work apparently. But I just wanted to sleep back. I just wanted to not go for morning devotion and all of that. So yeah, this is my life as a graduate, staying in my parents' house, no work, no job, nothing, just sleeping and waking up and all of that. So now you might want to ask, when did you graduate and everything and everything and everything. So I'm going to give like a background story of my life, starting from the beginning of this year down to this moment. Now, why I'm sharing this story is not so that you can be up to date about who I am, but because of the point I want to share, and I really want this video to be as realistic as possible, and I hope that the video will help as many persons as possible. First of all, we have to do a video check. I have to be sure that this thing is actually recording and it's being recorded the right way. So please spare me a minute. What actually better this video is the fact that this last 1 week of my life has been a lot. When I mean a lot, it has actually been a lot. Now let's start with the fact that I got home last week from school, and yeah, I got home last week from school, and the plan was actually to come home and rest, to come home and not do anything, to come home and relax, just rest from the stress and burdens and everything from school. Yeah, I've just graduated, and I'm so grateful that I have such parents that are also understanding, and then they can even see that, oh, there's actually a need for you to rest. So I got home last week and my mom was like, I have to rest. That I was even bragging to her that I'm going to heat all the food in the house and everything. She said I should heat and heat, that she will be so happy because I don't really heat. So she'll be so happy and all of that. And that I should just take my time to rest. So I started resting on Monday because I came home on Sunday, and I started to rest and rest and rest. This video might actually be long, and I'm going to be posting it like that, so I'm sorry in advance. I started off resting on Monday, and throughout last week I basically did not do any. I think the highest I did last week was to cook and wash the dishes. And I mean, when I say cook, I think I already did that like 3 times or 4. So yeah, why am I saying all of this? So when I woke up this morning, I just thought that I have not been the best in being grateful to God this year. And also this new phase of my life, how is it going to be and all of that. I remember waking up this morning, and then I wanted to go back and sleep because my brother would go very early to school. So I already told myself that early morning cooking is not me and you people. You will sort yourself out. But we would also have to do morning devotion. So there's no how I will not wake up. So he woke up I think around 5, and then he came to wake me up around 5:30. Then we prayed, and when we were done praying, he went to school. I wanted to go back and sleep, but there was just this part of me that was saying, don't sleep, just get up. And another thing is, my mom was calling me. I know that if she called me like 2 or 3 times and I no answer, she'll just assume that I was already sleeping and she'll leave me alone. So I actually wanted to sleep back. So, but I was just feeling this urge, go and meet your mommy. And I went out to meet my mom, and they sent me on an errand. My dad was also around. My mom just sent me here, and it wasn't any serious thing, just like help and assist with, okay, she's going to work, pack the food, the dishes and everything, just to clear up and make sure that they're set. So my dad went, my mom also went out, they all went to their place of work, and then I was left alone. I started to losing my break since on Friday. I told myself that I was going to finish it this morning, that if I thought I'm going to sleep, one thing I want to do today is actually finish losing my braids, and I did that, and I'm very, very happy that I did that. So just see me, yeah, I rushed down to, do everything I was supposed to do. I made sure that I just wanted to shoot this video today. So I rushed down to everything I wanted to do. And I hope that, because a lot of things were just going through my mind, and I feel like coming out here to pour it will just be the best. It's the best way to actually let go of these things, or the best way to, I don't know. But I just feel like there's actually a need for me to come out here to pour it. Now, talking about, I have a lot of things in my head. They are not scripted, and I really wish I can pour them out. So this video is going to be a long one, and I want you to bear with me. Alright, let me start with this year. Starting this year, I had no New Year resolutions aside for few, and that's to write exams, because I had like 3 professional exams to write with other theory that comes alongside with an extra. So apparently, let's say I had like 6 professional exams to write, and I was also in my final year. I was going to write my first semester and second semester exams and other exams like that. So I knew that this year was going to be filled with exam, and my major desire this year was to pass those exams. But looking back at those times, I really can see that I've not been the best in being grateful. Yeah, and up until the moment of recording this video, I've not really taken my time to think on the things that God has done for me, but I am really grateful to God. I'm saying, God, I am grateful. I've said it. I've tried, while I was doing some things, I've tried to, think on some of the things that God has done for me, and I have appreciated God about them. So yeah, I wrote my first exam, second exam. I had my academics to actually fight for. That will probably be another story for another time, if I will be talking about it, I don't know. So yeah, everything. I wrote exams. So apparently, why I'm telling you this story is because I want you to get something. I graduated in the university July, but we could not leave school because we still had two other professional exams to write. And leaving school, coming home, going and all of that, I didn't want to be traveling up and down, so I just stayed in school all through. Aside for the time I had to travel down for a program. So I was there in school, and at that point, I wasn't reading. But the fact that it was like you were in I was in bondage, and you could not do anything. You just have to, I had a purpose for being in school. So I couldn't do anything. I was just there and sleeping, waking up, buying food. You're never enjoying the life you're living. I was just there. But I had to endure till November. I wrote my last professional exam November, and then I was saying to God, if I should travel back to school, I should just come home directly. And I felt this lead from God, and He was telling me to come home directly. I was so excited. I was happy. So I did everything. We were done with the exam, and I came home on Sunday. That was last week. Now, start from that Sunday till now, I've not really done anything at all. I think I already said that. But then this is another week. I am already much better, and I'm asking myself, is this how we're going to end this year? Hey, it wasn't be. So as I was saying, why this morning's waking up was very strategic, and why I had to tell the story, I think this is the point now. When my mom, while I was running the errands, I was just waking up, and then yesterday night I had seen this particular book. Let me see if I can get it. So yesterday I saw this particular book. My mom was reading it. My mom, she reads a lot actually. If you ask me, she reads book, especially book on women and all that. So now, what was I saying? I saw this particular book. It caught my attention. It's about women and all of that. So I picked it, but then some way somehow, I just lost interest in it, and I went to sleep. Then waking up this morning, and as I was just running the errands, I saw the book again, or the book caught my attention again, and I said, okay. Then when my mom left, okay, before she left, I decided to take down my braids, and I was reading this particular book alongside it, and then it was just getting interesting. So at first, I felt like it was interesting because I'm taking down my braids and I had nothing to do, and I didn't want to come online. I didn't want to go and press my phone or something. So I said, okay. I continued reading. But one beautiful thing about this book is the fact that it reminds me of my walk with God. Guys, I said I want to keep this video as realistic as possible. Looking back at this year, if you ask me, I would say that I've not been my best in my relationship with God. I've not been at my best in my work with God. Like, I've had a lot of ups and downs, like days of inconsistency with my devotion and everything. You see that last week especially. Let's not talk about it because we're on the air. But then it is what it is. It was what it was. So while I was taking the break off, I felt sick. So like it gave me further reasons not to even like let me be sure that this video is recording, please. Alright. So it gave me further reasons not to even like open my quiet time notes. So I was just banking on the morning devotion and everything. And I must say it wasn't even hit at all. It wasn't hit. So I just feel that there's this part of me that has been craving for God's presence, for intentional work with God, for a lot more. But then bringing myself to that point where I would actually like be able to acknowledge and go back to God was a bit difficult. Not that it was very difficult actually. It was just me not wanting to do it, or me not being disciplined enough to do it. But coming to read this book, it opened my mind, my heart. It reminded me of so many things. So many things that the woman shared that I could relate with personally on a more personal level when I was like intentional about growing, wanting to know the Lord, wanting to work with the Lord, wanting to do the things of the Lord, wanting to do God's own will and everything. Leaving school, there was something that two things majorly that God taught me, and that is finding total satisfaction in Him, and also that that every other aspect of my life, because as I've graduated now, I have a broader part of my life now. So it is no longer just the academics. I have a larger view of my life now. And God was teaching me how it's important that I should bring all these parts of my life into Him. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. That every other part of my life too can also come into Him. I'm like, okay, when we get to the river, we'll know how to cross it. Alright, so that was how it has been. So coming home and then not being able to do my quiet time, not being able to pray, I was just there sleeping. And I mean though, I slept and woke up. I could never eat at the point because I was just purging. The food was not staying in my stomach. So I ate what would I say? I ate trying. When it comes to food, like we have this love-hate relationship. I ate trying food, or when I'm determined to eat and then the food is saying no, I'm not going to stay in your stomach. I don't like that kind of feel. So yeah, I hate, but not really much. But now that I'm already a bit okay, I've started to eat again. I hope it will show. I hope it will show. And being a graduate and not having a job. Now I finished with nursing. I have my professional certificates already, but I do not yet have the license to practice, and that's because it has not been issued to us. So I'm just here. I'm at home. I cannot do anything relating to what I studied in school. If at all I'm going to be doing any work, I'm just going to be like doing other things aside from maybe nursing. And Why did I even mention that? So I'm just here at home, no job, no work, nothing, nothing. Do you know another funny thing is I've never offloaded my load. I've not offloaded my load. I really took that break off. And yeah, we're done with the break. By the special grace of God, I am done with that break. Because I just feel like I'm not that type of person that would just sit aimlessly and not be doing anything. Yeah, I love to sleep, but then as much as I want to sleep, I still feel like there's this part of me that still wants to do something. I like to read books, so I would read books on my phone, maybe from there, sleep off or something. But yeah, I love to sleep. So, but I cannot just be sleeping from now to the end of to the beginning of January. So yeah, and that's why I'm putting out this video today so that it can help you. They are probably at home doing nothing. You're in your early 20s or your late 20s. You have no job and all of that. Guys, there's an idea. And the idea is to do something really different. Now, aside from my New Year resolution of wanting to excel in all my exams and pass in all my exams, I also wanted to know the Lord more. And yeah, and also my YouTube, I want a growth, I want an intentional growth. And God has been helping me since October that I had like a free time. I started putting out long form content, like very good long form content. But getting home, I've exhausted every of the long form content, and also I have I don't even have any idea of what to put out there. The moment I get an idea, the next moment I'm feeling like this is not what God wants me to do. The next moment I see myself scrolling all through YouTube looking for okay, maybe researching on topics that people are looking for. But at the end of the day, I still don't feel convinced enough to put those videos out there. I feel like my channel is not just it's not just doing what other people are doing. I feel God wants me to do something totally different. And yes, I have his guidance. But you see, the moment I just tilt away from him like this, it's like the communication just goes off. So yeah, I've always been thinking on when I get back home, November, December, I'm going to be posting consistently, and maybe if anything will be my usual to be like the usual of data. I don't have data to post and all of that. So when I was sleeping yesterday night, God was helping my heart. And there was this challenge I told myself I was going to do in the month of November, but I was not sure if I was going to be consistent enough to do it. So I just like said I wasn't going to do it again. So I didn't do it. And yesterday night, while I was about to sleep, it was about the book of Proverbs. So the book of Proverbs again, it came to my mind that I should like talk about it every day. Each book we read, and then the one that stays with me the most, or the one that speaks to me the most, is what I'll talk about for that day. So when I wanted to sleep yesterday, I also felt like there would be a need for me to actually sit down and then read the books and read them very well, so I'll not just come here and be saying nonsense. I'm very scared of putting out nonsense out there on the internet. So I told myself I downloaded some audios that I'll be needing, then my book, my Bible, and everything. I just got everything ready. And also, before I found out this book, reading this book, I must tell you that it has really done a whole lot. Like, it really re-energized me. I don't know why and how, but it really did a lot to me. And that's why I'm able to actually shoot this video. And I'm saying to myself that I must shoot this video today. And that's why the talk is a lot. I'm sorry, it's because I talk a lot too. It's because, the Holy Spirit is doing something with me, and I'm really, 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 really grateful about it. So yeah, I finally found content that we're going to do together. But before I even talk about the content, I want to encourage everybody at home, seated at home, and some of my mates are just at home. Some are sleeping and waking up like I was doing. Some are probably busy. Some are probably just going out, flexing, spending money, and all of that. I don't have any money to spend. But then I want to encourage you that we can utilize this phase of our life, this season of our life, in digging deep into God. We can utilize this phase of our life in knowing the Lord more. We can utilize this phase of our life, in getting close to God. As I don't know, as I was just reading this particular book, I was just reminded of the times that I used to pray, and when I mean pray, I pray well. But now, all those I'm doing, is just raise hand and go. I'm not praying. This if I know. It's like spend more time with God. See it as a phase of your life. I know New Year is about to be here, and we are probably planning content. Okay, what's the next thing I'm going to be doing for the next year? And you're already thinking, oh, it's good. All those things are very good. But what about these moments? Are we going to allow this moment to just pass us by? No. I want you to take up the challenge, as I'm also challenging myself, to dig deep into God, dig deep into prayer, into Bible study, into knowing the Lord, because this is the time. You don't know if you are ever going to get this free time again. And I tell you, it doesn't get easier out there. Oh, when I start to work, I will do better in reading the scripture. Who told you that you're going to have time to do that? So I want you to take it upon yourself to dig deep into God, dig deep into the Lord, and I tell you, it will help you. Yeah. Having said that, this book is a book that I would love to share with you. The title says A Woman After God's Own Heart by Elizabeth George. I would really love to share this book with you. Like, every pages of this book, it's about a woman chasing after God's own heart. And I tell you, there are practicable examples in this book. I've read up until chapter 3 just this morning, and I'm going to be sharing with us. I'm going to be sharing the woman's story, some of the stories that she kept in it, and I'm also going to be sharing my own personal stories, some of my stories that I feel like, oh, they are relatable. Like, I'm going to be sharing them with you, and I really hope to be consistent. Upon releasing videos, I'm going to release videos as possible, as much as possible, as the Lord will be helping me, Sha. I hope I don't get lazy along the line. I hope I keep this energy high. I hope I am also as realistic as possible. I don't want to come here sounding like somebody else. I don't want to come here sounding like somebody different from who I am. I don't want to come here sounding like I'm talking to a stranger. I want to talk to you as my friend, as my sister, the way I did to my sisters, the way I did to my friends. Yes, I want to come here and also be able to have that kind of relationship with you. Yes, and now I know that this particular thing I'm about to do, I really do it on my status, but I've actually seen from people's life and um even from my relationship with God, that gratitude is actually very good. I want to sincerely say thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you so much. I know so many people don't come here to watch and watch again, but I noticed that I'm always very concerned. I'm always concerned about people are not always coming back to watch. I'm using my data, my hard-earned money. In fact, it's never hard-earned. I'm using my money to upload, and everything is taking a toll on me, and then people are not watching my content and all of that. I'm always too concerned about people not watching. I'm too concerned about the quality of the video. I'm too concerned about the aesthetic. I'm too concerned about what I'm even putting out there, the content. Do I even sound like these people? Do I sound like this person? Do I sound like this person? See, I think I'm gradually coming to the end of that era. Like, when they tell you bury that thought or deaden that thought. Yes, I'm going to deaden it. God helping me. So this is me saying thank you so much to everyone that comes back here to watch my video, my content, and then even go the extra mile of sharing, to those that go the extra mile of commenting, to those that goes the extra mile of liking my video. I love you guys. I don't think I've ever said this on my YouTube channel before, but I really, 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 really love you people. So yeah, cheers to a new me. Cheers to more content on my channel. Cheers to us becoming a godly woman even before the year runs to an end. Yes, we can dig deep into God before we start writing our New Year resolutions. So next year will just be like a continuation of what God is doing with us now. You don't have to wait till like January or till like the beginning of something. That's why I'm not waiting till the 1st of December. I'm starting to put out my content from now. So I'm not even going to wait till I'm starting to put out this content from now. And for this particular video, I'm not going to do so much editing. I want it to be as raw as possible and as long as possible. I don't care if people are going to watch or not. I really do not care about that. And I don't know if the storyline match, but I'm going to put it out. That's one. And I'm also going to start shooting content on this particular book starting from today. So you will start getting content. I don't know. Hopefully I should be able to post this one tonight after the editing and everything, because I'm just home not doing anything that much. So until I get a task to do, we'll keep shooting videos, keep maximizing the time, keep living for Jesus, keep staying not idle, because an idle man is the devil's workshop. The devil will give you work. So please don't stay idle. Yeah. Dig deep into God's word. Look for resources that will help you. And until my next video, thank you for watching. If you watched up until this time, I don't know. Sometimes I wish I could see people that are actually watching my video till the end, so that maybe I can gift you or do something. But if you actually watch up until this time, please, you can drop a comment for me in the comment section so that I'll know that you watched it. And I'm already grateful. Thank you. This is my smile. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next video. So yeah, in the next video, I'll probably be seated like this again, talking, because I want to talk about this book already. I don't want today to go by without me talking about this book. So, bye.